Big win for the boys. I'll tell you what, we're watching this game. It got a little hairy there at the end.
Yes, indeed.
But you even said, you came into tonight and said, look, they do have a very deep roster. Do the Thunder. They're the defending champs, so anybody who comes out wearing that uniform is a champion. And I think the Pistons learned a little something about, what they're up against as we get through this, tough part of the schedule, and then we look ahead to the postseason.
You know what I gather from this game, Johnny, is that this Oklahoma City Thunder, despite the fact that they were missing a lot of their key players, they've been to the mountaintop of the NBA. They are champions, like you mentioned, all of those players over there. So they understand the sense of urgency that comes with losing some players, some key players. They understand how they have to step up and what's needed. Now, on the other side of that, the Pistons, they haven't experienced that run of the championship or a deep run in the playoffs. So they have no idea what level you have to get to make things happen when you're missing key players like the Oklahoma City Thunder were tonight. But I think, as you mentioned, the Pistons learned a valuable lesson here in the victory, mind you, that you have to continue to play at a level that suits you, that you have to set the barometer to. You can't let your opponent set the level of play that you have for yourself on each night.
That's it, right? And that's what we always hear him talking about. And I imagine we'll hear from JB momentarily about, we play to our standard. First half against the Chicago Bulls over the weekend last Saturday. Didn't play to the standard in the first half. Took control of the game in the third. Able to coast in that game. Tonight looked like they were going to be able to get away, but, OKC's got some guys that can play.
Yes.
And obviously they kept it pretty tight. I want to talk about Jalen Duren, and we're going to make him our Cure Auto Player of the Game.
Why not?
Why? I mean, the 3 games that he's been back now since serving that 2-game suspension, I mean, he's not just barely getting double-doubles. I mean, he's putting monster games, almost had a 30-point double-double tonight, just playing well. And again, they don't have any answers for him. You can't do anything with him.
And here's the thing. He's not doing anything that we haven't seen Jalen Duren do all season long. He's just doing more of it. He's being present in every possession. Coach is finding a way, even though he's playing well, to get him on the bench, get him some rest, and get him right back in there. He's taking charge in the painted area, being forceful near the basket. His shooting percentage continues to go up because he gets good looks at the basket generated by his team a lot of those times. That's a nice one right there, the alley-oop pass. Here you see him on the offensive rebounds. When you get those putbacks like that, it generates more offense for you and your team. And I think, again, the way he's been playing over these last 3 games just signifies that he is a bona fide all-star in this league. And I think this year was the first, but it's the first of many, Johnny.
Yeah, and obviously, those guys, he pairs well. It's kind of like red wine and red meat, you know what I mean? It's like he pairs well with Cade Cunningham. Cade tonight, again, in clutch time, he's 5th best in the NBA in clutch points, 5th best in the NBA in fourth quarter scoring. He's 1 or 2 in the NBA in clutch points. And again, we saw that tonight when it got a little tight, when it got maybe tighter than you wanted it to. You and I were sitting there watching the end of the game.
Let's go, Cade!
It's like, let's go, Cade! And then put the team on your back and let's get this thing done. And then he showed up time and again tonight using our Buick GMC Pro Vision. How did he do it? How does he do it?
Hey, listen, behind the chance of MVP for Cade, he just found a way, mustered up some extra stuff in the fourth quarter. Whether he was scoring or assisting, he was impacting this outcome of this game in the fourth quarter. I love when he gets the ball one-on-one opportunities and his teammates recognize that this moment is his, and he recognizes it also, and he comes through in fine fashion. One-on-one, hard to stop this young man. You see the 3-ball going right there. He wanted that 3 shot, and he got it, created the space to knock it down. And then, as I talked about, being the coordinator of the offense in the fourth quarter, when he's quarterbacking it, good things are going to happen because he draws so much defensive attention, and he understands that. Now it's a matter of finding the mistake that the defense made, and he's been able to pick them apart time and time again, and we saw it on display in large part tonight.
Yeah, we did, and you were talking about it, man. It's a cool feeling. I mean, obviously we're at every game, most every game, but to hear the crowd. And it's been going on all season, but tonight, it's like, I mean, you could hear it. It was echoing out like MVP.
Yes.
It's a cool thing. Nikola Jokic, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Cade Cunningham. Those are the 3 right now in the MVP race. So, obviously, we didn't see Shai tonight.
It's one of those things, though, Johnny, that a lot of arenas you hear, the fans screaming MVP. This is legit.
That's what I was trying to get at.
Yeah, this is definitely legit.
Right. I've been to some arenas where it's, take it easy here.
Right. Exactly.
Okay. Let's get to our Xfinity highlights because Asar Thompson, again, he was player of the month anyway, defensive player of the month in the NBA. And again, tonight, able to impact the game without scoring, although he did score enough tonight. I just feel like, again, his game it plays every night. Didn't play down the stretch in the loss against San Antonio, but they leaned on him tonight.
Yeah, I think he was completely poised, and one play signified it for me. The Oklahoma City Thunder gave him a three-point look. For about 5 seconds, he was standing on the three-point line, and he elected to dribble drive to the free throw line and knock down the straightaway jump shot. That was the poise that he displayed all night long. At halftime, the guy had 5 assists. He was all over the place, impacting, winning tonight, making those types of plays. Defensively, that's the shot I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Drove that ball right hard to the free throw line, and he knocked down the shot. This is his wheelhouse, those shots that we're seeing right now. And it's great that he was able to recognize that, did not just take what the defense offered him. He got the shot that he wanted, and a lot of times that can be the difference in a successful night and an unsuccessful night for Ausar Thompson.
Yeah, beautiful. All right, good collective win for the boys. The Pistons now, you heard Natalie mention, you heard George Blaha mention as well, best winning percentage in the NBA right now, because the Pistons improved to 43-14. OKC falls to 45-15. They got a couple games in hand. Let's hear from JB Bickerstaff now. The coach's post-game remarks brought to you by Glassman Automotive.
JB, during pregame, you talked about this group's ability to be honest with themselves and move forward. Where did you see that response show up the most here tonight?
I thought it was in and out, to be honest with you. There were some really good moments where we did the things that we needed to do. And then there was times where, I felt like we let them back in the game. But, again, our guys find a way. And they do the right thing. Their heart's in the right place. They're trying to do the things we ask them to do. So, again, we'll watch the film and continue to move on.
With a guy like Jalen contributing like he did, when he plays with that much force inside, what does it change what you can do?
He's unstoppable. And teams got to make very difficult decisions. Coverages have to change. The amount of bodies they put on him has to change. And it opens it up for everybody else.
Tonight was Cade's third straight game with 3 blocks, and I think he's got 50 on the season, which is top 5 among guards. Just coming in, how aware of you were of Cade's ability to do that.
Spit it out.
Trying to. And just what's impressed you most about how aggressive he's been with it?
I mean, again, until you really coach a guy and get to watch him every day, it's hard to see all those little things. But, again, remember last year he had game-winning blocks for us, right? So you knew his commitment to that end of the floor. He's got great timing to get to those shots, and the ability and the want to not concede anything. He puts himself in danger as far as fouls go in that, but because he wants to win, he just continues to go out and do it because he knows it's the right thing to do.
Coach, given the way the last game ended for Ausar Thompson, what did you like the most about the way he responded tonight?
I mean, Ausar is, tonight is who he's always been. And, we don't pick one game that determines how important each individual guy is to us. We're not in this position right now if Ausar hasn't played the way that Ausar played all season long. Ausar is a huge part of what we do. And, night in, night out, he does the job for us. So, it's him. It's who he is, and we're not surprised by it.
Coach, what do you think JD's performance kind of says about his overall development, his performance today?
Yeah, I mean, he's grown, in so many different ways. His understanding of how important it is for him to dominate the paint for our team, it's a selfless thing, but it's extremely difficult to do because of the physicality, because of the contact that he has to go through every single night, every possession. Defensively, the same thing. Like, the battle that he goes through on the defensive boards for us, there's guys grabbing his chest, grabbing his jersey, pulling him down. But he understands how important it is for us to finish possessions, and he fights through all that and goes and get it done. Offensively, his ability to attack in different ways has come a long way. Like, it used to be pick and roll lob. Now he can catch it, make moves, attack, finish, so many different ways that, again, defenses have to make tough decisions.
You got to give Kevin a little bit of run tonight. Just what are you kind of looking for in these games about when you're able to put him in and be able to both contribute and start to get himself a little more comfortable?
Just trying to find ways to get him comfortable, trying to find him ways to get opportunities. Like I said, he's in a difficult spot. Excuse me. And, again, it's not his fault. Our guys have been playing well. So trying to find somebody who doesn't deserve to play to give him minutes isn't going to be always easy. But I've got to do the job of giving him opportunities because he can help us win. And there's no doubt about that. Like, he's a very good basketball player. When he was with the Atlanta team, he helped them go on a long run. So we believe in his ability. I just got to find a way to balance his opportunity versus what the other guys have earned also.
Pre-game, Mark was kind of giving Asar credit for just his discipline, athleticism, all the things we usually see. And defensively, like, we see the screen navigation, the way he rotates. But, like, if you could pinpoint one or, like, his biggest strength, what would you say it is?
His ability to not force two into an action is it, right? A lot of times when you play pick and roll, your big guy has to get involved because they create some sort of advantage. Or if it's a screen, your big guy has to get involved, and now you're playing 4-on-3 and those types of things. His ability to get through screens and get back in front of his man so you don't ever have to bring two to the ball lets our defense continue to play 5-on-5 instead of playing, 5-on-4 or 4-on-3 if they move the ball. All right, thank you, guys.
All right, good stuff. One of the areas of domination tonight, the Pistons coming into tonight, best in the NBA in points per game, points in the paint differential, better than 14 points in the paint better each night. You know what it was tonight?
What was it? Give it to me.
You know it. 70-32.
Ooh, that's domination.
That's more than 14.
That's domination in the paint. Listen, Jalen Duren had 29 of those. So let's book it right now. Jalen had 29 of those in the paint. But the Pistons recognize, again, attention to detail. When you're at this level that the Pistons are at, winning at this clip, you have to pay attention to the little things. Coach Casey was on in the pregame. He talked about the little things that add up to winning. The recognition that the Oklahoma City Thunder had no preeminent shot blocker in the painted area all night long, and the Pistons took complete advantage of it. It's one thing to know it, but it's another thing to be able to execute it, because you have to think Oklahoma City understood that they didn't have defense like that in the paint, and they tried to cover it in some kind of way. But the Pistons were able to pick it apart and still get the ball in the painted area at a very large clip and dominate in that area. That's what they were supposed to do, Johnny.
That's incredible. I mean, 70-32, that's big time. Yeah, man, that is big time. So, again, that you mentioned that's what they've done all season long. It's what they continue to do. You add a little outside shooting to that, and more often than not, you're going to come out on the plus side of the ledger. All right, we're going to take a short break here. We're going to come back, take you inside the Pistons locker room.